December 13th, and we are on the Chessex dice calendar's last half. Let's see what the next one contains. So that will be our first row. You can also see here that the walls have shifted a bit. Hopefully the die is still in its pit and we won't have any issue getting it up. Well, won't have any more issue than usual, I should say. No peeking, don't want to peek. I do not wish to be spoiled for my present. Nice and in there. Push it up. And, ooh, hello. Oh, mini die. There are also only 3 here. These are gonna be well, maybe it's not so bad because these dies are small enough that I can sort of create a platform on my finger to sort of hook them out. Just place it. It's gonna fall off anyway if I do that. So we got, I only see 3 dice in here. Are there others? Just checking the neighboring pit to see. Well, isn't in there, that's for sure, but at this point they could basically have gone more or less anywhere inside this cube. So it did say that, just read on this, now it's upside down, but I'm not going to flip the entire cube. What do we say? 2 exclusive mini-hedral. Okay, so this, now I can get them all, is the start to the second mini-hedral set, with the other one being these that are already waiting for the rest of their sets. That's why they're here and not inside the bowl. Now, why, if I'm doing that, why not have these in the tower? Well, that's because each of these came in their own hatch. So that's why they are there. And where to these 3 were in the one same pit, the same as these 4 were. So there's supposed to be a full set of 7 for each of these. So this one, the other one was missing the D20, the D8, and the percentile die. This one is missing D12, D20, the regular D10, D4. It is not great for legibility, I gotta say. One thing is that it's already small, but the golden lettering here does not contrast the pink purplish sparkle clear resin that is behind it. It's a little better on the percentile die because the numbers are so big that there actually isn't enough surface to reflect back. Whereas, as you can see, the D6 and the D8, basically, if you get to this distance, become more or less illegible. That's not great, and I'm not a fan of small dice in general. Like, they just risk getting lost, and then you'd have an incomplete set, and then it would just be a bother. So I honestly prefer, I don't necessarily prefer them this chunky. Like, it's a novelty, sure. I actually prefer regular sized die. I like the coloring behind it. Had this been a regular size set, I would be a bit more enthused about it. But the lack of legibility is a pretty big no-no for me. I don't really care about the colors. I don't really care about the pattern or design as long as there's not anything in them. But I do care about them being legible. Like, I kind of want to be like, roll the die and sit at the role-playing table and be able to tell my DM what it was that I rolled without needing to spend a whole minute taking a microscope and basically like, I think it was a 10. Yeah, that's no bueno. But as any die deserves, at least those that can fit, they get a tour into the tower. That is a 1. That's a 4, and that's a 10. Yeah, it is. All right. Well, with that, the final half of the Chessex dice calendar has begun. Follow along on the journey, and I will see you tomorrow for the next one. But until then, take care.